YouTube, what's good? Welcome to another episode of New York Prison Talks. Everybody that likes what I be saying and like my videos, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to hit the like button. Just hit the like button. You know, it doesn't hurt to hit the like button. But I thank everybody for coming and just joining my channel, my subscribers. I thank y'all for staying with me and just be riding with me. But New York was good. YouTube was good. I wanted to hit on the old heads. You know, it's a lot of older dudes in prison. Older when I say about 40 and up, 40 plus, older. You know, because there's a lot of dudes that's 30 and down more in prison than dudes that's 40 and up in prison. And but it's a lot of old heads in prison that got a lot of time in, like 20 plus in, that they've been locked up in probably like in their 20s and now they probably like in their 50s. They got like 20, 30 years in, probably 40 years in. For you to tell how much time they got in, all you got to do is look at their DIN number. Their first two numbers on their DIN number is the year they got locked up. So if you see a 80 or a 91, that means they got locked up in 1991 or 1980. Like my DIN number was 13. I got locked up in 2013. Well, I went up prison in 2013. I got locked up in 2012. But it's a lot of them old heads that you got to watch out for because they're institutionalized. And when I say that, is like they just so used to prison, they don't know the streets anymore. And they so adapted and accustomed to that lifestyle, the prison lifestyle, that's all they know. You see them talking to themselves. You see them just always looking sad and just out of it. They not in the right zone. They not in the right atmosphere, obviously. But they mindset is just is tired. They just tired because they just been through the most with the whole time they been in jail. Imagine doing 20 plus years in prison in the max. For those who've been in the max, I know what I mean. This shit is whack. Imagine doing your life in that. You got dudes that got to do life in that. That got 99 plus to life. I don't know why would they even give somebody that type of sentence, 99 plus to life. Like you might as well just say life. Like why would you hit them with 99 plus to life? Like that doesn't make any sense. But you got a lot of dudes with the L on the back of their head, life on them, and they just gave up after a few years because they know they're not going home. And you gotta watch out a lot of them old heads because a lot of them old heads could be gay or just weird as fuck. That's what they call the booty bandits. Them old heads that got like 20 plus years in and stuff like that. The ones that was taking booties back in the day. Raping dudes back in the day. You don't really see that go on anymore. I'm gonna say that. When my whole bid, I only seen one incident with two little Mexicans. The other Mexican tried to rape the other Mexican. He ended up stabbing him in the eye, and his eyeball. He came out running, talking about holding his eyeball in his hand like this, talking about he's trying to rape me. He's trying to rape me. The SEALs didn't know what to do, but that's the only type of incident I seen. That was like in 2014 when that happened. I never really seen people getting raped because in jail it's just like there's too many gay niggas where they could just give it up and you don't even gotta rape a nigga. They'll just fuck you or whatever. That's how it be. Them niggas just give it up. They don't gotta rape nobody. Nobody gotta just try to rape or try to do anything sexual because them gay niggas will just fuck you. That's how it be. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Them niggas just be fucking anybody because them niggas is just gay and they feel like they probably in fucking Candyland on vacation or some shit. And all them old heads be getting with them gay niggas. You be seeing a lot of them old heads that be just in the yard with the gay niggas, spinning the yard with them. 20, 30 plus years. Nobody talks to him. He's labeled as a mook, a gay nigga, and he's just an old weird nigga, and nobody talks to him, and so that's why he gotta fuck with the gay people. One thing I'm gonna say, gay people is like one of the lowest people in jail. Lowest, like the least liked type of people in jail. Gay people. So when you got a lot of bunch of weird people in jail, they like to talk to the gay ones because they don't have no other friends. So you might see like a white, or not white, you might see some type of weirdo rapo in jail. I'm gonna say white because it usually be the white people. It usually be the old white guys that's a rapist or weird as fuck, and they don't have nobody else to talk to, so they talk to the gay people. So the gay people, I don't, it look like they be accepting anybody type shit. But it all be weirdo people they be accepting. Cause like I said, nobody likes the gay people in jail. So if you gay, nobody ain't gonna like you. If you's a weirdo and you some booty bearded, nobody ain't gonna like you. So that they clicking together and they tie into one. They all chilling in the yard and they doing what they do. You got a lot of old heads like that. Those are the ones you gotta really watch, cause you don't know what they might be thinking. Stay away from them. Don't let them offer you no candy, no type of hygiene, none of that shit. If you do, take it, fuck it. But you better know, you better be like that. Cause you don't know what the nigga might try to do. A lot of people like to try to friendly extort you in jail. You gotta watch them niggas, cause them type of niggas I like to friendly extort you. The real smooth ones, they be the smoothest ones. And it be a lot of them old heads that's nice at that because they got a lot of time in, and they just know how to get niggas in the system. They done seen everybody, the old type of dudes come in. It's just same pattern, same circus, different clowns. In every jail you go to, same circus, different clowns. And them old heads, they seen it all, been through this chapter multiple times, know who to talk to, know who not to talk to. They don't fuck with the gangbangers. I know that. Them old heads don't be them old weirdo heads. Them old weirdo ones. Cause there's a lot of old heads. There's a lot of old heads that's official too. But the ones that I always knew that was official, them old heads that I knew was official, that had all that time in, was them niggas that had murders. Like, they was the only cool ones. Was the ones that was killers. That got really life on the back of their head for murdering people in the world. I seen this one dude had 25, 25, 50, 50, 25, 20, 20, 20. He had like 500 years. I'm like, why would they just piece him down like that? And I felt sorry for him because I know he wasn't going home. And he was telling me how much time he got left, and I only had a month left to go home. And I felt sorry for him. He was an old head. He was older. He was a young old head. He was like in his early 40s, but he moved like he was a 20 because he was still gangbanging. He was in his early 40s and moved like he was in his 20s because he was still gangbanging. That's his mindset. He was blood for real. He was going to be blood till he died because he ain't know nothing else. Because he knew he was going to have to gangbang his whole life because he wasn't going home. You got dudes that come to jail and could turn 3 years into fucking 10 years because they want to cut somebody or do some dumb shit to catch a new bid and a new charge. Them old heads, you gotta watch out because they know how to talk and might try to manipulate you in ways where you might not understand what they try to do at first, but after a while, you being in the system, you know what everybody be trying to do, what type of people you need to talk to and shit like that. Cause you got them old heads that like to might fuck with you, might make you a bowl and cook for you a couple meals, might give you a few hygiene products and shit. And then when it's time for you to get your shit, they gonna be on you like, yo, remember the times I looked out for you? Why you can't look out for me? That's what they like to do, the old heads. They like to do shit like that. I seen that happen a lot. It happened with me when I first came up top. That's why I say that. One of the old head, he made me a few bowls. You know, he was looking out for me until I got my commissary and shit. And then it wasn't until somebody had told me, yo, don't really mess with him because he the type of dude that likes to like help you, and then when you get shit, he wants to get mad because you probably ain't giving him stuff where it wasn't even your fault that he was helping you. So he can't get mad because you don't want to give him anything, And that's what somebody told me. So you gotta watch out with dudes like that because dudes will try to that's it's not like a friendly extortion because it's dudes that really be friendly extorting. But that's not just another type of trap on how to try to get to you and how to get things from somebody that's new in the system. That's why I always say you gotta learn who to talk to in jail. You can't just talk to anybody because them type of dudes are sneaky too. A lot of old heads in jail that know a lot of shit. It's a lot of old heads that is smart as fuck. That read books all day. That got a lot of plans that's probably never gonna happen because they probably never gonna go home. But it's a lot of dudes in jail that got $1 million dreams. $1 million dreams. That know exactly what to do to when they go home and how to become rich and blow up. They just gotta get home. There's a lot of old heads that you gonna see that be gang banging. That's probably big homie status and now gang banging. There's a lot of old heads you gonna see with cuts on their face. A lot of them. A lot of them. They been through some shit. Like damn near every old head I done seen had cut on their face in motherfucking when I was in Great Meadows, but then when I went to a medium where it was a whole jail basically full of old heads, because that's where they put all the lifers at. Once they know they ain't going home, or they probably have a good chance of going home, they like to put them in a quiet medium facility where they got an option of them trying to make it home, or they might just die in that jail. And there's a lot of them jails like that that's closer to New York City where them old heads be at, them lifers be at, that got all the time in and did good they whole bit, or did good for them to make it to those type of jails. Because a lot of them dudes that got 20 plus years is at maxes, and there's a lot of them mediums too. And you gotta know the difference between those type of people. The ones that's in the maxes is more bugged out. They got 20 plus years in and they still in the max. You think about why they still in the max. You got some dudes that got 20 plus years in and they're in the medium. Think about why they in the medium. And then you got to think about what type of medium they're in. They could be in an honors jail. One of them good when they get extra privileges and shit. Or they know them type of jails where they're about to go home. And that's their last facility. Or their last facility could be their last facility that they ever gonna be in. Ever. Because they probably gonna die in that shit. I seen a couple dude die. What jail? It was Otisville. I was in Otisville. Otisville and Woodburn. I was in both of those facilities. I was in like all of the jails, good jails by the city. For like good few years, I was on a good path. And them jails, you gotta just know who to talk to because there's a lot of old heads. In Otisville, there's a lot of old heads in Wallkill. Now, because a lot of them old heads too be having sex offender cases, and you gotta watch out for them sex offenders because a lot of them sex offenders is weird and they be getting beat up, and you gotta understand why they is sex offended. You guys dudes in jail because they sex offenders because maybe they caught a ticket, a disciplinary ticket. They not really considered a sex offender. They might have to just take the program. But you got dudes that really is sex offenders and they got a lot of timing. Like the craziest shit I done seen was this dude raped the girl while she was dead. I forget the name of that word. It's a name to it. I forget the name of it. Some crazy ass name too. But that's the most craziest shit I done seen somebody locked up for. He raped the girl and he killed her and then raped her. And the dude was bugged out. Like when I say he was bugged out, he had like about 30 something years in. He was still in the max. He was in a program to, I think it was called Mara Cooper. He was in that type of program for lifers that have a good chance of once they complete that program, they have a very high chance of going home on parole. And he was in that facility. I don't know if he ever made it home, but his mindset was just different in a way where his thought process was just like wow. Like you don't know like if he's good or okay. Like them type of dudes you gotta watch because they institutionalized. They like to talk to themselves. They like to just be in their own world. And when them type of dudes like to be in their own world, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because they might not be in situations, but it could also be a bad thing because you don't know who you're talking to or who you're around. You don't know what they like try to do. Because they just be so institutionalized that that's all they know is prison. And they be on prison time all the time. And, you know, you just gotta watch them type of dudes. It's good old heads and it's bad old heads. It's a little bit of everything. I say this all the time. It's a little bit of everything. So that's one thing you just gotta work on. If you know you gonna be going to jail, if you know you somebody that's a people person that's going to jail, and you like to talk to anybody, know who you talking to. Know who you talking to. Because if you don't, maybe it might be an old head that might try to friendly extort you. Or it could be an old head that you could become cool with. It could go both ways, but you gotta know who you talking to. For real. I think everybody that's coming to my YouTube, please like and subscribe. Please hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. I got more videos in the way. Please keep dropping the comments and more topics y'all want me to hit on. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to New York Prison Talks.